Wolverine and Deadpool, two of Marvel's most indestructible anti-heroes. Both are known for surviving what should be fatal wounds, reckless behavior, and a bulletproof sense of humor. But fans often ask who's really harder to kill. Is Wolverine's famous healing factor the same as Deadpool's so-called immortality, or is there more going on here than meets the eye? Strap in as we break down the origins, strengths, and weaknesses of Wolverine's healing factor versus Deadpool's immortality. Let's start with Wolverine, also known as Logan, first appearing in The Incredible Hulk, number 180, in 1974. He's best recognized for his adamantium claws, gruff demeanor, and of course, his mutant healing ability. Wolverine's healing factor means he's able to recover from almost any wound gunshots, burns, broken bones, or even organ failure, often within seconds or minutes. It's this power that let him survive the process of fusing his skeleton with unbreakable metal, making him a living weapon. In Marvel Comics, Wolverine's mutant biology constantly regenerates damaged cells and flushes out toxins. Radiation, disease, and even psychic attacks barely slow him down. He's been blown up, incinerated, lobotomized, drowned, and impaled, only to return, sometimes within mere panels. In fact, his healing actually slows his aging, keeping him looking roughly the same across decades of storytelling. However, Wolverine's healing has its limits. The severity of injuries affects how long he takes to recover, and there's a threshold. Total incineration, for example, or molecular destruction can kill him. He's been shown to die in alternate comic lines or extreme storylines when his body is totally atomized or overwhelmed. Additionally, while he can heal from trauma, he still feels pain and sometimes bears scars from especially traumatic incidents. Now let's turn to Deadpool, K. Wade Wilson. Introduced in the New Mutants number 98 in 1991, Deadpool started as a villain, but quickly evolved into Marvel's fourth wall-breaking, hyperviolent wildcard. Wade's healing factor originates from Wolverine, sort of. After being diagnosed with terminal cancer, he undergoes the Weapon X program, the very same secret project that bonded Logan to adamantium. Scientists essentially copy Wolverine's healing powers, hoping to cure Wade's cancer. The gamble works kind of. Deadpool's healing regenerates his cancer cells and healthy tissue at the same time, granting him the power to survive virtually anything, at the cost of constant visible disfigurement. But Deadpool's healing factor is in practice even more extreme than Wolverine's. He's regrown limbs, survived complete decapitation, and even reassembled himself from a puddle of goo after being liquefied. There are stories that push this to absurd lengths, being reduced to skeleton and still walking it off, or regenerating after being reduced to atoms. The difference is that Deadpool's healing is wildly unpredictable, and rarely comes with the pain or trauma that Logan experiences. Injuries that would leave Wolverine bedridden, Deadpool shrugs off with a joke or a sarcastic quip. He's less likely to be traumatized by injuries, maybe because, for Wade, pain is a familiar friend. Now, about that immortality? In multiple story arcs, Deadpool is not just hard to kill, he's unable to die at all. This is sometimes explained by a curse or intervention by cosmic beings like Thanos, who in one storyline becomes jealous of Deadpool's romance with Lady Death and literally curses him with eternal life, making him functionally immortal. In contrast, Wolverine's healing keeps him alive only as long as there's something left to heal. So what's the key distinction? Both can shrug off most forms of physical harm, but Wolverine's healing is rooted in biology, with theoretical limits. Deadpool's is at its wackiest, far more extreme, and, at times, literally supernatural. Wolverine ages very slowly. Deadpool doesn't seem to age at all. Wolverine can die from overwhelming trauma. Deadpool sometimes can't die, no matter how thoroughly he's destroyed. But for both, these powers are a double-edged sword. Wolverine's healing factor and his long life mean he's haunted by memories and loss, weighed down by the burden of survival. Deadpool's abilities, coupled with his regenerative insanity, leave him in a perpetual state of instability and detachment. Their powers may keep them alive, but they do so at the cost of lasting peace. In short, Wolverine's healing factor makes him nearly unstoppable. Deadpool's healing factor plus a dash of cosmic meddling sometimes makes him literally immortal. In the world of Marvel, both are survivors, but for very different reasons. For both, survival isn't always the blessing it seems.